From the Mayor's office, this is More Stuff Online. I'm Rick Moore, and once again we're joined by Gloucester Mayor Carolyn Kirk. And Madam Mayor, welcome back again.
Thank you, Rick.
Most recently, this week, as we record this, the interest in City Hall. There's been a lot of restructuring going on. There's been a lot of debate. Some stuff about moving City Hall. Maybe get a little background as to what's going on with respect to all of that.
Okay. I think one of the hot topics in the city is where to locate municipal offices. We spend about $70,000 a year in a lease at Pond Road. We also have offices at City Hall, and we have people at Poplar Street at DPW. So the citizen has to drive from place to place to place in order to do business. If they're looking for a permit, there's multiple locations. So the thought is, how do we consolidate city offices in one place? And I appointed a facilities committee about a year ago, and they analyzed all the buildings that we have, how many people work there, what types of things take place, and they came out with basically two avenues that the city could pursue. One is to consolidate offices to the Fuller School, so everybody's under one roof. But another idea came up that is quite feasible, which would be to keep City Hall downtown, but have a campus-like setting. So right across this sidewalk down the road from here is the fire station. Right. And we know the fire station has to be replaced, and that's a city-owned building. So if they moved, could we put city offices there? It's just a very short walk out a pedestrian path to that space. So compile some buildings together that were downtown to keep city offices downtown, encourage people to walk, encourage people to patronize restaurants and do errands downtown and that sort of thing. So that's sort of the lay of the land, if you will.
Now, City Hall would have to be remodeled, I would suppose, somehow, or is that would that be one of the things you'd look into? Because from a citizen's point of view, when I visit City Hall, it's a fantastically beautiful, ornate, old building, but it's not very practical in terms of doing business. It's a beautiful thing that I'm sure people would love to preserve. So how do you think that might play out, or what are some of the ideas being tossed around?
Well, I think right now we're just looking, the administration's just looking for direction from the community. City Hall is in a perpetual state of modernization, if you will, probably for the last 100 years. And so that's ongoing. To have modern office space with cubicles and whiteboards and conference rooms and that sort of thing is probably not realistic for this particular building. But if you had a shell to work with that was 10 or 15,000 square feet at Central Fire, or even the second floor of the police station, which is on Main Street, should the court move, we're hoping that it doesn't, but there's that possibility we've heard about, then you could have some modern office space. And then you would say, all right, what are the offices that need that kind of modern space? What are the offices that need to be citizen-friendly? We're launching a new website. Civic Plus is going to be the host site. They've done over 500 municipal websites. Transactions more and more and more need to and are moving to the web. So we'll have less of a need for people to actually physically drive and park and walk into a city building. They'll be able to do a lot more transactions online.
Such as what? What might you project people could do?
Paying taxes, paying their sewer bills. You can pay some things online, some things you can't. One of the things that we've done is we've put the assessor's information online. So you can go to the website under, I'm not going to know the links, so someone will just have to kind of dig around the website, which is one of the reasons
Right, exactly. It's hard to navigate,
It's hard to navigate, but you can look up your tax bill and see how much money you owe. We had 10,000 lookups in the last 8 or 10 months since we enabled the feature. We didn't even announce that we had the feature on there. And that's 10,000 less visits to City Hall, 10,000 less phone calls that the cities had to handle. Now, we're down about 10% in our staff, so it's been a godsend to be able to maintain services and the information and convenience to customers by having information on the web. And that just needs to happen more and more.
So when do you see the new website going online?
This summer, July timeframe.
Very
Yeah,
good.
we see it happening soon.
Final question. With offices located all over the city, the fire station is across the way, the police station's over there,
Yeah.
City Hall's here, you've got an adjunct City Hall across town, and you've got the DPW.
Right.
How does the communication work? Do you have an intercom system?
No, it's all different phone numbers, outside lines. There are no inside lines. And we have employees that drive around. And it can take a long time to go from building to building, especially in the summertime. You're traveling through Eastern Avenue, which can get quite backed up.
Oh, yeah. So there is a need for consolidation there.
Absolutely.
All right. Anything else, Madam Mayor?
Well, lots of exciting things happening. Next time, I think we should talk about I-4C2, which is the parcel on the waterfront that is vacant, and the administration tomorrow, which is Friday, is putting forward its proposal to the City Council for the city to take possession of that property, clean it up, get rid of the blight, and move forward on community-driven development
Then we
plans.
need to do a follow-up in 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
All right. That's Gloucester Mayor Carolyn Kirk from the Mayor's Office. With more stuff online, I'm Rick Moore.